doing 8 crazy nights. I hope that doesn't make it in. I hate that. All right, fuckers. Today, we're doing the work that nobody wants to do.
Call them fuckers.
They're fuckers. You know why they're fuckers? Because they're cute. And they fuck their car goodnight. Oh, you like that?
He's doing it right now.
See? I know my shit.
He knows his shit.
So we're sitting down, we're talking about
The Adam Sandler's animated special about the Hanukkah season, 8 Crazy Nights. Let's see who it's directed by. Directed by Seth Kersley, who is known for doing other movies.
such as.
I don't fucking know. But it's produced by him and Alan Covert, who's in all his other movies.
Who's that? Is he an actor?
Yeah. Any Adam Sandler movie he's in.
Which one is he? One of the goofy ones with like the fucking weird eyes and shit?
No, he's the grandma's boy.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
Alan Covert. And he also wrote this movie with Adam Sandler and some other guy.
But how do you think? Because it was written before it was made, obviously. No shit. The year is 2000. You're sitting down with your buddy. You're like, I got a movie for you. You like doing voices. When was Adam Sandler on SNL? Was it around 2000?
I believe it was in the 90s.
All right. So then he was like just getting into being an actor.
Exactly.
Out of SNL.
I'm sure his Billy Madison, all that came out already. This was based off of the song Happy Hanukkah,
Yep.
which he did. So that's what inspired this movie. Because they sing it at the end of this movie.
They certainly do.
In a whole fucking
And
choir.
Adam Sandler outs every Jew in America.
Yeah.
If you were Jewish in 2002, you're in the song.
You're in the song.
If you were half a Jew, you were in the song.
Yeah.
And before we
Quarter
begin,
Jew.
I don't want to hear shit about cultural appropriating Jewish people. We're both Jewish. In spirit. It is
In spirit, yeah.
Today is the 6th day of Hanukkah.
If it makes anybody feel any better, I make fun of all religions.
That's exactly right. You mother cluckers.
No religion gets a pass.
So we did what nobody wants to do. We sat down and we watched 8 Crazy Nights by Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Which, like, at the time, I thought would have been a fun thing. Fun Christmas movie, like
Right.
Hanukkah movie.
Most of our ideas start like that.
Yeah, and then you realize, wow, this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And which led to me talking to Brendan about recording this said podcast. So we're going to jump right into this frickin' film.
I think it would be a good place to start. Tell me the first time, or roughly the first time, you remember ever watching this film.
I remember watching this movie a very long time ago because I remember using... I think there's...
It's also...
It's not in this one, but they're on the other DVD, the single one. It had a little paper in here. Just showed you like the scene selection,
Right,
and I
right.
drew the Adam Sandler in there when I was really young.
Oh, really?
And that was like my favorite drawing that I was like, I can draw.
Damn, dude.
So I remember that. So I was really young. I think I was like
God, we owe this movie a lot.
11. Yeah. I don't know this movie shit. This movie ruined my life.
I ain't giving this movie shit. I had it on VHS. That was the first time I ever saw it, was on VHS. And I was like late to the party. I definitely watched it in or around like 2000, like a few years after it had come out. And everybody at my school loved that. Like the school I went to, they like always talked
Referenced
about
it and stuff like that.
It was like the in movie, and I had no fucking idea what anyone was talking about. So by the time I had finally seen it, everyone had grown up, matured.
So you show up to the party late and you're like, hey, how's it going? Habity doobity. And everyone's like,
they didn't get
like
my
5 years ago.
Bro, we're watching hardcore porn now, bro. We're 12 or however old you are.
You watch Scarface yet, bro?
I've never seen Scarface. And that was
better movie.
Yeah. The bar is set pretty low with this film.
Oh my god, yes. And it's always snowing in Scarface.
Points to nose.
So, yeah. So this movie is your traditional holiday film, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's very, very basic, shitty person becomes warmed by the holidays and becomes a good person at the end.
It's kind of like a Christmas Carol. I think it's like most like a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
But Jewish.
Exactly. When you break it down, it's a shitty person, then kind of gets shown the error of his ways. And then, because when he, like, not to skip ahead too much, but when he's starts living with them, he becomes a better person almost immediately.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it goes from him being a piece of shit.
He's vile in certain scenes. Like, where he's, like, where the guy's stuck outside.
He literally fucking shoves him in a porta potty, kicks it over, and he's covered in shit, and then he freezes him and leaves him there to die.
All night. I mean, it's a cartoon, obviously. I'm not an idiot. I know my strengths and weaknesses. Man, that's attempted murder.
That's attempted murder right there, 100%.
Murder. I would argue that's not even attempted murder. That's that's first degree fucking murder. He did die.
Right.
So it becomes attempted murder.
Consider it done.
Plus you're doing business with you.
Yeah.
So let's start off at the very beginning of the movie. We're greeted to a beautiful voiceover by none other than Mr. Robert Schneider.
Rob Schneider. Which then we go to another character played by him almost immediately.
Yep.
Which is a Chinese... I believe he's
Asian origin, stereotypical racist Asian depiction.
Absolutely.
Chinese food store owner.
Yeah, with the accent that you'd expect
Also,
from an Adam Sandler film.
What fucking... Like, it's implied that he owns the place, because I think his name is on the building. What owner serves people?
No.
Because he's also the waiter.
The owners that serve people are the ones that run a shitty restaurant.
Yeah, listen, if you're looking for shitty restaurants, the Scorpion Bowl restaurant is definitely where it's gonna fucking be.
And he looks at the bill and goes like, nope.
Then he also literally grabs a kid by the head and shoves him back in the booth. Because that kid, like, looks over and he grabs his head and, like, throws him down into the booth. And I'm like, imagine that was your kid.
This
drunk
fucking wasted guy just grabs him. And I love how, like, this guy's so known as a fucking town drunk that they're waiting outside for him to get into his car.
Yes, they were.
And they're like, hey, we're waiting to arrest you.
Yep.
And these cops are so stupid that when he tries to attempt to open it, they don't do anything. They still let him get, like, go home, Davey.
That's well, it's
which
small
causes
town.
literally probably thousands of dollars, tens of $1,000s worth of damage.
I did some math.
Of course. Did you figure out how much it costs to get a sculpture made?
I absolutely did.
Of course you did. Because those are ridiculous statues. And did you notice they're back up later in the movie?
That is exactly what I was going to talk about. So, one of my favorite parts of the movie, and I'm air quoting this, is when he's trying to put his key in, you see a bunch of scratches
previous to him being drunk and driving.
And not even 4 minutes after this moment, he drunk drives again. He hijacks a Skidoo and then drives that
absolutely.
drunk. He's wasted driving that too.
And he's fucking almost hitting people.
Yes. So I started counting during the scene, like, so after that, basically the cops try to arrest him because they find out that
it's also grand theft.
So right after he leaves and the little I'm gonna fuck my car scene happens, the owner of whatever the fucking restaurant is comes out, says, he dine and dash me, he screwy Jew me. And I made a point to be like, interesting. Now again, this is written by a Jewish man. So
3 Jewish men, I believe.
I was kind of like, all right, interesting choice of word.
Or that's they're like the Asian guy who's not played by an Asian guy is going to make an anti-Semitic remark.
I just don't understand. It's funny because, like, they're all Jewish. Like, the Davy's Jewish was... I don't care. That's not what I'm going to get hung up on. So I started counting. So after that, he basically runs away, whatever, and slides down the hill all cool on a trash can lid.
Yep. While he's singing his fucking stupid ballad.
I started counting the crimes he committed. So the very first one he does is when he comes around the corner, he wraps 2 people up with Christmas lights on a tree.
Assault.
That's assault. Then he grabs a lady's melon, destruction of property, which aren't her actual tits. He throws someone's food up in the air. He hits their food. Then he grabs an egg and eggs a guy in the face.
That's assault.
And then Charlie horses.
And then he sings about it as well.
He's singing about the whole thing. If somebody fucking threw an egg in my face and then Charlie horsed my leg while singing it to me, I think that would...
You lost.
It's worse. It's immediately way fucking worse.
You endgamed.
Then he hijacks a fucking Skidoo.
Isn't that in someone's garage too?
It is in someone's garage.
That's B&E.
That's B&E. That's destruction of property, I guess, because he's revving it inside of his garage.
Oh, he destroys the thing too.
Yes.
So
then he fucking hits those ice sculptures, the gigantic Santa and the gigantic menorah. Now,
he also farts on a bunch of people.
He does. He fucking...
and he moons someone. That's
and there's kids
harassment.
there.
Yeah.
Indecent exposure.
There you go.
All of these crimes I would say cost less than the destruction of 2 gigantic ice sculptures that are bigger than, like, the building.
Yeah,
like,
they're gigantic.
20, 30 feet high. It's a cartoon, they drew them comically
yeah, obviously.
big. But still. If we're in worlds...
That itself is a major felony.
Every single person in town is basically there skating or whatever, looking at the things when he destroys them. The mom and the son are also in the crowd of people who see him do this.
Oh, seriously?
And they never bring it up again. I was like, I never noticed that they were in the crowd. Like, it literally shows them. And, so it costs just a small little, like, regular, like, tiny ice sculpture. Let's say, like, a cube of ice cubes, like 4 ice cubes together, is around $20.
Oh.
That's it. A table size, like, big block of ice is $1,000 to carve and make into a basic shape, basically, like a bird or something like that. It's $1,000. That's like would go on a table, so no bigger than like a 1 foot cube.
Yeah, they got a decent size, like cool.
This shape now also, where do you get ice this big? You don't.
Right? You don't.
But to make that would be over $100,000 to make the one of the sculptures. Davey destroys both of them. Then they go to court.
Mm-hmm. So
after committing all of those crimes,
yeah. Oh my god. So it gets to the song as well. We have Adam Sandler singing a song, which is pretty funny.
That was the one song I was like, that's definitely his voice. One of the later songs does not sound like him at all. I can't remember what fucking song it was.
Yeah, I can't remember too much of the song. I'd have to pull up the lyrics, but it's basically just him saying what he's doing.
I could pull up the lyrics.
There's nothing that... And it's just him basically talking about how he's like a shitty person and what he's doing wrong to society. Let's see what we got.
I hate love. I hate you.
Oh, yeah, and he also talks about how much he hates himself. It's not at the mall.
What?
That's not Davey's song.
Davey's the beginning one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the first. This is the intro song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This is classic.
So I drink them all away. So he's talking about how he's drunk, and he kind of, which is obviously.
This is a typo. They fucking put potato. They got a bracket and potato.
Potato. That's funny. Which would make sense because his parents died at this time of year.
Yeah.
So
they literally died on the last day of Hanukkah.
They also like. So he drinks all the holidays away, but like, is he drunk the other days? Because he seems like he's a piece of shit 365.
Dude, I'm saying he's drunk all the time. He's drunk.
He doesn't have a job in this movie, period.
Well, no. Okay, you know what's fucking weird? Okay, so he has this weird-ass fucking trailer that he lives in. Okay?
Yes.
And the trailer is, like, at an undisclosed location. Like, I don't know where that is. But when the night that he, like, drinks and does all the shit and gets whatever, the next day when Whitey's cleaning out the fucking urinals, he's in one of them. And it's, like, at a construction site. So I'm like, does he work in construction? Like, and he's just hungover and throwing up?
Or does he go to the washroom because his trailer doesn't have one?
That could be both. I fucking have no idea.
Because that trailer's fucking tiny. There's no washroom in that trailer.
And blowing a beef your way. That's one of my favorite lines in that song. It's so fucking stupid.
Oh, fuck.
It's a goofy ass.
Yeah, it's really typical Adam Sandler kind of song. Just
also, what the fuck? And Hanukkah? Is that how you spell Hanukkah?
That's how you spell Hanukkah.
It's with a C? I didn't know that. See? Yeah. You know what? If the takeaway from this movie is we as adults educate ourselves more on the Judaism...
Well, you had educated yourself. I already knew that.
There's room for you to learn stuff, too.
I'm sure there isn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. fucking Brockheimer. Jewy McGee over here knows everything.
I know a little Hebrew.
All right. What are the 4 sides of the dreidel?
I don't know that.
Oh. Would you like
to research that?
I did, actually.
There you go.
So I would love to show you, and we'll spin some dreidels later.
Baruch Nahad Adonai.
Which means?
I don't know.
With you.
That's what it means. I don't know.
With you, my brother, love will stay.
You're making that up.
You made it up, too!
But it's a bit of the Torah, okay?
What's the Torah?
It's a Hebrew scripture.
Oh, Mr. fucking King
Yeah,
Jew.
I've been drinking my holidays away.
It's a Hebrew season. Holiday squeezing kind of guy.
Fucking asshole.
Fuck this song. Also, thanks to Stonecutter91 at yahoo.com for the lyrics.
Stonecutter. Better song.
who keeps Crazy Nights under wraps.
We do.
Let's see what else.
That's where I live.
Is that the part where?
Yeah.
Yeah. We also thought it would be fun to put the movie on in the back.
Give me a push. Yeah, we have the movie playing in the background. That's the part that's sad. When we find out where Davey finally lives. All right, so you want to talk about the jail scene now?
Like the court? Like
the court, court.
Yeah, I missed
Honestly, him in jail the rest of this movie?
That would have
movie.
Okay. Yes.
10 years in prison.
Is light.
How about this? He gets 2 years off for good behavior, so he only spends 8 years in prison. We call it 8 crazy years
in prison. It would be basically what you're looking at is like a parallel universe. In one universe, he gets like Whitey, which he is this movie. In a different universe, he's a drunk idiot, and that gives us The Longest Yard.
There we go.
I'm just saying.
But then, like, we have to change sports out.
Does it matter?
No, Adam Sandler's good at every sport.
Exactly. He's shredded in every movie, good at every sport. The only thing he doesn't fucking play is hockey, because in hockey they get up too early.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Is that really?
Yeah, that's the scene where he's like, "Did you play hockey, Davey?"
Yes,
he's like, "No, they get up too early, you fucking blind bat bitch."
You little bitch. So we get to the court scene. He's there and he's talking shit to the judge as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just fucking being an asshole.
And it's like, I imagine if you were in that situation, right? Like, you just had a night bender and fucking caused destruction across the city.
Oh, yeah.
You would at least try to, like, plea for, something a little lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
be like,
be a
hey, you know what?
cunt.
It's a tough season. My parents died. I'm not dealing with it very well, clearly. Maybe I need some different help that isn't jail.
The judge, his whole job in that scene is to lord dump. Because all he says to Davey is like, "You were such a good boy. You used to play on the Jew school basketball team." And it's like, okay. And he's like, "My 3 shots still pretty good. I gotta put my
I can show it for you. Just fucking hops. I shove it up my boo-boo. And I was just like, oh,
also,
God.
I don't know, like, what is this movie fucking rated? It's literally
PG-13, maybe?
It doesn't have a rating on it. Literally PG right here. PG-13.
PG ass.
They say shit. They say fucking ass.
Boner, erection.
And they take weird fucking, like, deviations from swears all the time. Like, up my boo-boo. Just say up my butt.
Yeah.
Like, butt is not bad.
Or like, I got my finger in your mouth, kitty cat, but I don't feel no teeth.
It's just like, there's weird shit. There's also a fucking...
What does that mean? He's got like an uncircumcised dick?
He's putting his finger in his cock hole.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Foreskin doesn't stop that.
That's what I'm thinking. As a kid, I thought he was shoving up his ass.
The fucking... So then, when they're like, all right, I got no choice but to give you 10 years in the slammer, Whitey then stands up and goes, "If it pleases you, Your Honor." Then he literally says, like, whatever he says, his line. The judge then goes, "Whitey, we've been over this. Our insurance doesn't cover you. You're almost 70 years old."
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck does that have? That literally means nothing. They're in the court
on the court, like, because he's a ref. I guess it was his last season reffing.
It just makes no fucking sense that like they even break it, their insurance won't cover it. Like, what does that mean?
Why would the court have insurance
You're
on them?
in court. Like, what the fuck? And why would the guy who runs why would the judge be the fucking... That makes no sense.
Because they're treating it like a what's it called? A town hall instead of a court. And that's basically what it should have taken place in, is a town hall meeting, because none of this, from taking someone that's going to take 10 years in prison, you're saying, you're getting sentenced right now to 10 years in prison, to him being like, okay, I'll take him. And it's like, excuse me?
He literally destroyed the fucking 2 ice sculptures we have, assaulted all those people. They didn't bring any witnesses on to be like, hey, I was assaulted by Davey. He literally gets charged with nothing.
Yeah, no, he goes off scot-free.
Imagine you were assaulted by Egged and then Charlie Horst. I think that's the guy that kind of got it the worst. People that got literally shit on, farted on. I'd be like, no, are you kidding me? I'm suing this guy. And they're in the States.
Yeah, exactly. You could sue somebody for fucking looking at you wrong there.
It's just fucking dumb. I'm like, that makes, like, again, when you really want to...
Also, why is he taking a hose to the fucking porta potties? That doesn't make any sense.
What? The dirtiest part of a porta potty isn't the walls.
No, it's the shit inside of them. But yes, he walks away scot-free, And the way he's nice to Whitey or paying him back is being a total fucking piece of shit to him.
It's brutal.
Then again, he does start asking, like, serious questions about his family and stuff like that. But then again, you can't be a fucking dick to this guy. They just got you a 10-year sentence.
There's the scene, I think it's already happened.
Smell you later, poopsicle.
There's a scene where he starts the very first, like, basketball scene, and then he literally goes, "Jeez, crow." Like, that's what he says to Whitey. He's like, "You got so much hair on your ass." I'm like, why are you pulling punches with the swears you're choosing to say? Why
Right?
"Jeez, crow" and then say ass? It's just fucking stupid.
Where you sit on 2 Persian cats or something like that, and it's weird that, like, we constantly have to see how weird this guy is. Like, his whole purpose is a punchline.
It's just dumb. And this scene, the one that's playing right now,
It's
is
disgusting.
literally disgusting.
Yep.
I don't understand why these deer lick a man clean,
Full of shit,
and then they
smile.
turn to the camera with shit in their fucking teeth. It's like it's
that's-
shock value. That's the only reason it exists.
Yeah, like, oh,
Look
that's your reaction. Oh, what the fuck? That's nasty, bro.
Exterior. Like, deer turns to camera showing teeth with feces in them. And I'm covered in human feces.
That's a good
It's
one.
so fucking dumb. Is this the jockstrap scene?
Yes.
Is this okay?
Where he teaches a kid who cannot dribble a fucking basketball to learn how to play basketball in under 3 seconds.
Runs off of Adam Sandler's back and throws him into the air.
And dunks. Slam dunks an 8-foot net.
They also... did we skip the fucking... We must have, but they do the first basketball game where, like, they do the one where they're just, like...
As kids?
Where he's being a dick to him, where he's, like, kicks his boots off and breaks the light and stuff. Did we miss that scene?
Yes, I believe we did.
So they also bully this fucking... Did they already go to the mall? They did. Oh, wait, we're way past that.
Yeah, we've way past that.
So they bullies this fat kid for having man boobs, and then it cuts later to the mall where the kid's in a change room trying on bras. It's like, was this kid's whole arc to get a bra?
Constantly made fun of? Like, to be made fun of because he's fat? And, like, there are fat people in this movie, so it's not like fat people are being singled out, but these people are. This family's being singled out as fat, mentally challenged mongoloids.
Yeah, they're literally, like, retarded. Like, that's the whole fucking point of them. It's like, why did you write this?
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, Fatty's team loses because I want to see him cry again. And here's his dad right now playing basketball, who they eat the jockstrap of because he's so mentally challenged that it's hilarious.
So here's another fucking thing that pisses me off. He calls the kid Muffin Boy, right? Which, because his mom works at Dunkin' Donuts. In the mall scene, the kid goes behind the cash and puts on a fucking apron too.
He works.
Why does the kid work at... It's Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like a family-run store.
It's a chain.
A chain. And she moved there and started working this minimum wage job.
And her son
works there too. And they're giving out free food as well. They give Whitey a bunch of free donuts. Bavarian cream!
It's so fucking... Also, that fucking song where he's talking about the fucking patch, where it's like the highest honor you can get is a fucking shitty patch from the city. And then he, in his song of reflection, they're all pissing their pants and filling their pants with yellow liquid.
Yep. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Also, I remember why they fought. Because Davey stole something at the mall.
Peanut brittle.
Brittle. And he's like, I didn't say you paid for it there, tough guy. He's like, that's because I didn't. And then he's like, wait a second! Get out of my car! And he's like, well, that's okay, because I live right here!
Oh.
Where you find out where Whitey lives, which is in a shithole little trailer. And the best part is when he's struggling, he's still warmer than Adam Sandler in his fucking trailer that has no heat.
He is
you can see his fucking breath.
Yeah, no.
Like, he is freezing to death.
He lives in a fucking trailer.
He does. There's no heat at all in it. Like,
also, in this scene, why the fuck are they even playing shirts and skins?
it's like, yeah, I'm gonna miss you.
It's 2 versus 2.
Yeah.
And then, here's the fuck. Is this the fuck? Okay, so he's telling the kid what doesn't matter.
You gotta see how fucking shredded Adam Sandler is.
Then the fucking shit happens where the mom kind of comes and she starts watching the kid. Imagine you're a parent, a single mom, if you will. You walk in to see your son shirtless with another shirtless man who's a degenerate, and your son is playing basketball with 3 grown men. And off, just a little to the left, is another man, an old man, with
Playing with his wiener.
both hands in his fucking, on his cock.
Yeah. With no shirt on either. He has no shirt on.
He doesn't have a shirt on. And this is the face she makes. She just smiles.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
normal.
normal.
That's just normal.
It's a
here.
weird town.
Yeah.
When you're hanging with Davy Stone, I guess you gotta...
Also, what a manly name. Davy fucking Stone.
It's a cool name.
Is it?
No. It's an okay name.
It's like Max Power.
Yeah.
It's lame.
It's lame. But the basketball game just shows how cool Adam Sandler is. So they go to the mall, and you get a ridiculous amount of product placement. It's all product placement. Yes. It's so bad. And it's like right in your face. It's like, they have a song for it. It's like, oh, you want some pad thai? Panda Express?
We got it.
And then it talks about Foot Locker's a place you go get shoes.
Yep. Sharper Image.
Yeah, and it's like all real places.
Yes.
And it's like, that's where the movie got paid. That scene is what paid the movie.
Not a chance. And then there's a whole song with them later too. Like they actually have them all fucking come in. Yeah. Also, I want to just mention it briefly in one of my several ruffled papered notes. In the scene where they're fucking... this movie cannot have a serious moment without having a punchline. Every single moment where it's like, you're kind of trying to build a little bit of a character from a character, they have to throw in a dumb joke. Like the scene where Davy's like, kind of coming to about his parents dying. As dumb as the premise is, crying and resolving your problems is.
Yeah.
He's like, let it out, Davy. And he's like, would you look at her bazugs? About a dress. It's like, and it's out the window.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, are you kidding me? That's such a it's a dress.
And they also could have just used the word jugs. They didn't have to say bazugs.
It's a stupid...
Maybe bazugs is the...
Look at her bazugs. It's just like, what the fuck? That's so dumb. And so then we get to... After that is the toilet scene where he puts him in a fucking porta potty.
Yep.
And shoots him down a shit fucking thing.
He literally tumbles and folds over.
Like, he is a degenerate piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you didn't
if he died the next day, no one in that town would give it. Not one person in that town would care.
No.
Because he's such a piece of shit.
Exactly. He just became a garbage fucking person.
Yeah, even the girl that was, like, the only person that's actually tied to him in this film, because no one else is tied to him at all.
No.
The only person that's tied to him is that girl. And she just moved to town, and she knows how much of a piece of shit he is.
Well, she was literally right there when he destroyed the two fucking... He's like, okay, this is great.
So I come back to town. It's my first day back in town. Oh, wow, he's destroying everything. Yep. That's my old boyfriend.
We were 12.
You go get him.
I love you. It's just... When you think of somebody sitting down and writing a movie, they're trying to tell you a story. That's the whole point. I'm going to need you to just go. Thank you so much. Get the fuck out of my face.
All right, I'm leaving, guys.
It's just like a very... I don't know. There's just so much weird shit that I just like... It's written so dumb.
Oh, yeah. This song actually, like... This is a good song that actually gives out a lot of character to the...
and why do you keep singing about his fucking sister?
Yep, which is in the sex he had on the phone. So this is the song where they talk. You figure out more about the childhood and their connection together. Like as I don't know the girl's name, but Jessica and Jessica, and so it's actually pretty well sung too. And you kind of get the best part is when he goes, "And my trailer's now on fire," and it's the guy with the jock strap still in his mouth.
I think the reason I was thinking like, why would they do that? Why would he not take the jockstrap out? I'm like, it's
because you're gonna forget who that is.
It's exactly
if the jockstrap isn't in his mouth.
That's exactly. I was like,
and also, don't they say that he's a cop?
That guy, I don't think he was a cop.
I'm pretty sure they say one of them's a cop.
Maybe I thought.
I remember he's like, "And that was a cop there, tough guy." So I let him know, and you're back in the slam up.
You're absolutely correct. I think it was they were just playing with like different people, and then when Davey insulted them, the two ruffians came and.
Oh, okay, because I'm like one of them's a cop, and it's definitely not the scruffy dude. It's definitely this guy who looks like a cop.
I also love one like when he's like, the only time I ever sex was on the phone, and he's like, it's a 1555 boobies.
Yeah.
What a great phone number.
Right. Also, there's some transphobia in this movie.
Yes, that I wrote that down. There's this scene where he's like, "Let your feminine side out." Oh, what do you mean transphobia? What do you got?
I was talking about where he's just like, he's just like,
"My wife was once a he,"
and that was long ago. And it's clearly a dude just in a wig, and it's like that's the funny part is that he married a trans woman.
They literally can't have a serious fucking moment.
Yeah.
You're sitting here trying to build these, and maybe that's the point. The whole thing is to be dumb and goofy, right? Like, there's no serious moments.
No. This time, that scene would never fly. That would get it boycotted.
Oh, 100%. There's the scene, like I was talking about later, where they're talking about, like, the crying and stuff. Like, the dress is literally like, let out your feminine side and cry. It's like, it's not feminine to cry.
It's a thing that everybody does.
It's clearly written by some fucking boomer dad who never had a supportive person in his life be like, it's okay to cry, man.
Yeah, you can not bottle up all your feelings and become a piece of shit.
And write a movie about it in 30 years.
You cried one time.
That was long ago.
My parents died in a fire.
Oh, fuck. It's so fucking stupid. Alright, what scene are we fucking on now?
So we're at when the house, or his trailer catches on fire, and he moves in with them, and the sister thinks that there's a rapist in the house.
And she's like, he's gonna molest me.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, that's a little much.
It's very weird.
Does he voice Eleanor too?
Yes, he does.
Okay, yeah.
He voices... Eddie Murphy's this movie, as in voicing like six other characters.
He's Norbiting?
Yeah. And so they get the technical foul song.
Yeah. And
a bunch of fucked up shit. They say so much fucked up shit.
They definitely do. Yes, they do.
That's a technical foul if you're coming off the street with dirty shoes on your feet.
That's a technical foul.
If you change the radio to some not music show.
That's a technical foul. I got it right here, there buddy. It is. Who gave us the lyrics? Who are we thanking for this one? Hold on.
Chud Muffin 38.
Sour Skittles at AOL.com.
AOL.
And actress Babe 137.
Hey, Babe, guess what? It ain't gonna work out.
And the only likes that hit you.
Fucking Anne Hathaway's old AOL. If you touch the thermostat, you get hit with a bat.
Then she goes, you'll feel my wrath.
You'll feel my wrath. That's so bad. If your hair clogs the drain, you'll know the meaning of pain. That's a technical foul. It is more than a foul. I'll show you no mercy. That is such bullshit. So they say bullshit at this point.
They do.
So in this house, we say bull spit. Okay. Let me get this straight. You expect from my entire lifestyle change because you guys are a couple of psychotic control freaks. You got it, Bob. At least he admits to it. Well, I don't want to do that, but let me run a few questions by you so it's okay, so I don't screw up accidentally where he comes out with a bunch of fucking stupid shit. If I don't spray Lysol after moving a bowel, that's a technical foul.
Also, there's a Lysol placement here as well.
There you go.
If I don't spray Lysol, I like the line where it's like, if I make fun of your crazy feetsies, or give sugar cookies to Miss Diabetes.
Yeah. That's the technical foul, but possibly a homicide.
Can I use this horn as a bong? Adios, Cheech and Chong, or
adios, Tommy Chong. I'm
like,
oh, god damn it. Let's see. You make some long distance calls. You'll get a kick in the balls.
Oops.
If I walk around with my morning erection.
That's an automatic ejection.
But I'd like to see it anyways.
I would like to see it anyway.
Just kidding.
Wink.
But not really. Alright, and then at the end of the song, they dip their toes in a warm bath.
They do.
All together, which is a nice little sentiment.
Yeah, because they pass out right away because they're exhausted from a big three-piece musical number.
Exactly, it's very hard. And it's just funny because the song's playing right now. Like, they're still going on with it. Which is super cute. And then, let's see. What happens after this? Because we haven't even got to this. Oh, another Lysol. Oh, this is the Lysol brand.
The Lysol bit, yeah.
It even says Lysol on the bottle.
This is, yeah, okay, so
we start to get
I skipped ahead a little bit.
Yeah, so we start to get Davey into more of a sympathetic character at this point.
Right, because the next scene at the hockey or rink,
I believe that
where they're going into the rink, which is really funny because it also kind of sets Whitey to be kind of a fucking cocksucker. Because when Eleanor talks to him about basketball, the only memory that he brings up is the memory of his parents
day
dying.
Exactly, and he asks him to stop several times.
Yes,
he's not rude about it by any means. He's like, he just asks him to stop.
Yeah.
And then he gets, like, really upset with him because he continues
clearly
to tell the story. And he could have stopped at the end of the game because all she asks about the game.
Yeah.
She doesn't ask about what happened afterwards.
Yeah. Whitey
just the game. He won the game, that's it. And then he goes into great detail about the parents passing and how he felt.
You're talking to a guy about somebody else about how he felt when his parents died.
Well, that's also it. I was like, why the fuck does Whitey know
how to deal with it?
I was like, I know that, like, the purpose of this is to convey that, you know, obviously Davey still holds on to that, but it's like, why would Whitey know this?
Exactly.
Whitey was nobody to him. He was just a ref.
Yeah. He was a ref.
Yeah.
And I'm sure not a very good one, because he's not a good one.
Oh, fuck. But it's just like, I was thinking, like, out of all the things you could have brought up about his playing basketball, there was no other great moments. It was that one single
one. That one game where they're like, you take the ball.
Yeah.
And he wins the game by 1 point.
Just absolutely fucking stupid.
It's very stupid.
But this is also where they tell him...
Also, when they start putting girls on teams, it's always like...
It's Jew ball. It's Jew basketball.
Jew basketball. I guess
all
it's just
co-ed.
mixed. They don't have enough
Jewish people, exactly.
I guess that's probably like the only other team they play too, so it's not like if they brought any other games it would even matter.
Exactly. They only play one team.
Yeah, they lost all the other times
They literally say that during the thing.
Oh, do they?
We never win games. They literally
That's
said
hilarious.
That.
So that's the only game they win, and that's like... That's why they bring it up. He only had one game that he won and his parents died. They're probably like, why the fuck should we even go to this game?
Yeah,
let's just die.
Loser, kid.
He's gonna lose again. And he's like, well, I'll show you.
Holy fuck. Oh, it just fucking gets me fucking right up.
What's that? No, I think it's from Adam's room.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Also, she has seizures too?
Yeah, they both take seizures.
Okay, so then they go and do like, alright, we'll cut that part out and come back.
Oh, will we?
You will.
Yeah, I will. I'm just gonna purposely leave it in.
I know. So you get a whole montage of them being super nice to each other. Which, and then he goes into another seizure. He seizes a lot in this movie. Like 7 times he has a seizure.
They do. They fucking seize up all the time.
Yeah.
And they purposely try and scare them. Having seizures is bad for your brain. You should not be having
it's really
You should not be purposely inducing seizures into 70-year-old men.
No, that's the last time. They're done.
You're gonna get 2 or 3 more seizures.
Yeah. Also, when the fuck did Whitey become an international fucking...
Again, at 70.
Yeah. He becomes like one of the best fucking skaters I've ever seen.
He's like Elvis Stoico on fucking skates.
Dude, he's fucking doing triple axles, fucking ow cow mouth owls on there.
Is that real? Is that a real move?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't like that very much.
Thank you.
Fuck. What's the next fucking scene? What happens next? I didn't think we were gonna catch up to the movie. We were pretty behind the movie.
I know, we really were.
It's fucking good.
No, we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't fucking
because we're looking at what's going on.
I didn't write any notes for this part, so it started pissing me off.
Well, we talked about this part, how they tell the story and how he fucking loses his fucking bananas.
In one of the flashbacks, we'll see in a bit. Well, you're not gonna see it. We're just talking about it. I'm gonna stop looking at the movie.
I know it's fucking.
It's distracting me. Yeah. In the flashback where they're like showing the moment where like Davey was playing the game and his parents are like, I want to take a picture of it. So they take a picture of that, okay, and we're looking at it. And later on, when the card opens up and they show what's inside the card, it has the picture of him and the girl from our perspective, not from the camera. That the fucking picture was taken. I was like, all right, it's low-hanging fruit, but it's pissing me off. I gotta fucking say it.
Fucking assholes.
I was like, why? That doesn't fucking matter. They didn't even have to take the fucking picture. None of that had to happen. And there's so many moments in this movie where I'm like, okay, what's the runtime? It's like
92 minutes.
It's 76 minutes.
Wow, that's a short movie.
Which is an hour and 16 minutes. So I was like...
It's an hour special, basically.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, there's probably, like, they were really low on time, and there's moments in the movie where they put in the same scenes again. Like, in the banquet hall thing, they reuse a bunch of the fucking, like, shots. Where they're laughing, and the guy's doing the fucking leg thing. They showed it, like, 3 times. It's like, you guys just...
check this out now.
You're just trying to extend the fucking movie time by a couple seconds.
Oh, yeah, I was starting to check out at that point in this movie, which is the ending, so... Good on me for making it so far.
It doesn't really feel like an hour and 16 minutes. It feels a lot longer.
It does. And then you're at the end, you're like, really? There wasn't much there.
Yeah.
There's not much in this movie to digest because I remember liking this movie younger, but obviously I was younger.
Right. Well, me too. I was like, oh, it's funny, poop jokes, haha.
Exactly. Growing up, I'm like, now I look at this movie like, oh wow, there's so little here to like digest as much as a story perspective.
The thing is, like, what would they have done? Like, would you have, like, flesh it out more, like, to make a longer movie? It's like...
I would have just made actual characters.
Yeah.
Instead of poop jokes. Everybody's just a fucking poop joke. It's just Adam Sandler going, how do you do?
I got poop jokes
I'm a different person now. I do me. It's just like, I'm making fun of you now. And it's like, I don't know, maybe you make this character not a piece, like, or make him have a longer arc as in how he becomes a better person.
Not
like doing things, not just being
flashback.
nice to Whitey sometimes.
Exactly.
He's nice to Whitey sometimes, and that's his arc. Like, at the end of this movie, when he leaves with this chick, I don't think he's a better person.
He was good for one day.
Exactly. I don't think he's gonna go and now everybody sees Davy Stone, they're gonna be like, oh, Davy, how's it going? He's gonna look at them and tell them to fuck off.
He got lucky. If you think, like, if the case is that he is a changed person, his only, like, level of growth was being sad that Whitey didn't win a patch and then talking to literally everybody in the town who fucking hates him.
Absolutely.
And because he was crying when
and he was getting arrested as well.
Yeah.
Is he going to jail after the end of this night?
No.
Like, why not? He broke into the mall, but then everybody else did. So does he get it? Does everybody have to go to jail? Like,
That's
he gets
like
the pass?
it's like algebra. It's like you gotta equate for the fucking formula. Since everyone else did it, he was good to go.
Yeah. Also, what's it called? Resisting arrest, assaulting a police officer. Yep. The charges are endless.
I wrote a little list of shit. Yeah, assaulting a police officer times 2 because there was 2 cops that he assaulted. I was just like, you fucking...
But do those cops say that they were assaulted because it was so embarrassing? Because they were arrested in a pose that one is giving sexuals to another man?
Such sexuals. It's funny because, like, he ties them together, but they also just have the keys.
Yeah, to their own cuffs.
All he did was just, like, move...
Slow them down a second,
yeah. Like, it's like, okay, we're unlocked, let's go to... He's walking. We got him.
Yeah.
There he is.
Let me put my leg over you and let's go get this guy.
We could just run side by each.
Yeah,
while we're
just,
still
like,
cuffed.
clothesline him.
Yeah.
There we go.
Also...
Davy's caught. Fucking mythical Davy.
So at the very end of this, well, not at the very end, but there's one fucking scene where the card is, like, kind of, like, coming down.
Coming down, yeah.
And the parents are, like, you kind of see what's in the card, and the parents are reading it, and one of the lines in it is, I wrote it down here, it's so fucking stupid.
It's your moment, Whitey.
Literally. Okay, so they're like, they mention his age. Like, our beautiful 12-year-old boy. And I was like, have you ever gotten in a car where somebody calls you at your age?
Yeah. You beautiful 12-year-old boy.
Again, it's like they're trying to establish late that he was 12. It's like, we know he was a kid. He could have been 8. He could have been 15. Who gives a shit?
Like, shit, you fucking died, bro.
Also,
they hit a patch of black ice and went into oncoming traffic.
It sounds like Carl Weezer from...
They both lost their heads and died tragically. They suffered for like 40 minutes before help arrived. And then it turns out they were okay, but when they detached the vehicles, his dad's intestines fell out all over the road, and then a fucking deer came and ripped him out.
The first responders couldn't get to them in time. The jaws of life ripped his mom in half.
And she was actually okay, but because of all the trauma, she grabbed a gun and shot her brains out.
She tricked the officer with her bosoms and then grabbed a gun and blew her own fucking brains out.
The last word she said was, never let my son know about this. Now I'm telling him all this.
Absolutely. Under no circumstance is my 12-year-old boy.
The worst part is I still drive their car. I got it fixed, and sometimes I see bloodstains.
Oh my god.
The car I drive was from that night. I got it half off at the state auction. You get a lot of good deals there. Actually, most of the house's possessions are in my house.
Yeah, I kind of owned everything because I was the first guy there to say dibs.
I watched it all happen. I could have helped. I'm just too small, and I didn't want to.
I didn't really care because I knew I was getting so much stuff.
It's like at a certain point, why do I care?
And he had an aunt and uncle that were really nice he could have lived with, but I
lost their number somehow. And the bank took their house, which Davey could have had, so all I gave him was a trailer. Which I don't think was a bad idea at the time, but clearly he didn't turn out to be too good of a guy, even though I gave him everything.
Gosh, Whitey, this sure is a lot.
It's a lot to digest right now.
I know, Davey, but it's okay, because I actually broke you and your girlfriend up, too. I put your friend's underwear in her drawer, so no one's ever gonna love you like I do, Davey. I love you so much, Davey. I sabotaged your whole family. You're the son I never had, Davey. The whole town hates you because of me. I go to places and tell them you don't pay for stuff because I'm small. I put my hand up and grab the money. I grab the money off the table. That's how I pay for my bills. I'm so sorry, Davey. I love you, Davey. It's your moment, Davey.
You've been ruining my life.
Oh gosh, Whitey, is this true or is this an elaborate joke? I don't know what it's.
Fucking Robin Williams has to play this character.
You got a weird sense of humor here.
A fucking
Whitey.
8-hour photo.
That's a fucking fucked up movie.
Well, 1 hour photo. I don't know why I said 8 hours.
It's a
It's a
long
mix
photo.
between
8 crazy nights and
1 hour
photo. Yeah, I can get you those photos in about a week.
Another week.
I got a lot of photos. They take a long ass fucking time to digest.
Fuck, that's so good. Also, those two toys are played by the fucking Sweet Life of Zack and Cody kids.
No.
Yep.
How did you know that?
I googled it. I went and looked at the cast.
I
wanna
know
see-
this voice.
Yeah, and well, he knew them from. I don't know if Big Daddy was made now or before.
Was one of the kids one of those kids?
They're both those kids. They're twins, so they can play both fucking scenes. That's how they kind of used one kid. That's how they could film that movie.
Were the Zack and... What the fuck is Zack and Brody? What the fuck are those kids' names?
Zack
Zack
and
and Cody? That was the kid in Big Daddy?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right?
What?
It's crazy, eh?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know.
Why did they not just have... Was it because it was hard to, like, have a child actor
You could
that
only
long?
have a child actor for a certain amount of
Right.
time.
So you just swap out kids?
Exactly.
That's kind of
That's
cool.
why it's good to use twins.
That was...
And other things.
What was that fucking German scientist who fucking experimented on twins? He sounded like him just now.
No, I didn't.
No, he's not.
You
Go back
talk too much.
do impression. It's not mind your fucking business. This interview's over.
Here's the interview.
Is it cold in here? Is it just juice?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Did you just say fuck juice on air, man? Oh, cool.
You know, Walt Disney was a Nazi simp.
He was a Nazi simp.
Yeah. In other words, yes.
Yeah, I love Nazis.
We love Nazis.
No, they're pretty men.
They're not that bad of guys if you have to meet them. They're pretty cool.
For the time period, pretty good. Pretty good. I don't hate it.
I was looking at because Kelsey's a big Walt Disney fan, so I looked at her the other day. I'm like, Walt Disney is a pretty shitty person, eh? In like real life, and she's like, listen to me. She's like, yes, he was. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really much of a secret.
yeah. No.
A lot of brilliant minds are fucking psychotic nut jobs, so look at
Albert
8
Einstein.
hour photo. That man fucked with time.
That guy fucked with time. He was like, hour, maybe 8.
Maybe I seen him, maybe I did.
Maybe you get the photos, maybe you don't. Maybe it's me. I'm taking your photos.
I'm gonna fuck your girl. Alright, what do we got next on the docket for scenes? We got the fucking product placement fucking...
So we got the mall song and...
Mall song fucking... There's
love
also lines like, then you can bite my dink.
Yep, that is a line.
Why? Like...
It's very stupid.
Yeah.
It's to keep it PG-13, but it sounds so fucking dumb.
It sounds like the first draft of a song. Like, they found good rhyme words because they literally rhyme, and
Yeah.
they didn't ever want to be like, we revised this and maybe make it a bit better. Like, that was the case for every song.
Exactly. Know what would have been good in this movie? To flesh out why Davey... To justify his actions would be showing the foster homes he went to
Absolutely.
up until 18.
Yes.
That would have been so immense in fleshing out this character.
That's where you're going to get the movie Like Mike. That's just like Mike.
Yeah, and then that explains the basketball stuff.
It's a connected universe.
Dude, watch half of this movie. Watch like Mike come back, finish the movie. But instead of being black and probably Christian, he's white and he's Jewish.
Kind of Jewish.
Kind of
Heavily Jewish. He could have done the whole like Michael thing. He gets like,
Also, what's with the scene of the homeless guy saying, "I'll be your date"?
Get the fuck away from me, you bum.
Right? And it's just like
We're clearly very generous.
he's clearly going into this event though.
And he's also addicted to crack. Because they mention crack later, and the only character they show is the homeless man. You must be all on crack! And then it just... fucking points at him.
Does it point to him after he says that?
Wait, you're the one facing the TV? Keep an eye out.
Yeah, okay.
It's coming up. It doesn't take very long.
When she fucking roundhouse kicks the dude that stole her wig.
Also, he's been carrying that wig for 45 years, because they established it was 45 years.
Yeah.
I wrote that down. I'm like, why the motherfucker you carrying that wig with you?
Why do you care so much? Why is that upset? Why is it eating at you for this
You've
long?
never done one worse thing than that, then you are a good person.
You're a saint. You took a woman's wig,
or
which is actually pretty terrible.
Unless that was
do.
all you did was take wigs, and then that's kind of a fucked up situation. If you're like exclusively stealing wigs, all right.
And also, why does this need an arc to it? Like, why does this character need an arc?
It's
why
like
does she
everything
need that?
they bring up has to resolve itself.
Yeah, it's like
story
at
writing
the end of the
101.
movie, I wasn't wondering, like, oh man, who took her wig?
Did you get that wig back?
Oh, like, oh, that's
also,
a
she's a
cliffhanger for
fucking
the
nut
next
job
movie.
seizure bitch. Like, she could have just left it somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it's
yeah, blame the victim, piece of shit. Victim shame.
You know
over
what?
here.
Hold on a second. Hey, YouTube. Brendan here from Podfiction. I just wanted to go ahead and apologize for my previous comment where I victim blamed a fraternal twin.
Her name's Eleanor, you piece of shit.
I want to go through her ailments one by one, and I want to take my
She's
time.
a person, not her ailments. Handy-capable.
Hold on a second.
Handy-capable.
Hey, YouTube. It's Brendan here from Podfiction. I'd like to make a second apology for the second thing I said. I've recently been educated on the handy-capable, and it is this time of year where it's handicap awareness, so I actually did go ahead and bring in somebody, the most handicapped person I know. Michael, could you go ahead and say a few words?
Yes.
That's called the
because
reverse.
because Brendan liked me to talk about mentally challenged people, and now he's making jokes that I have mental ailments, which I do.
Which I got 4.
So I would like to bring that up, and now that I'm offended,
Right.
and Brendan, and all you other Nazi thimps out there,
Did you mess it up twice?
yes, I could say Nazi or
correct.
simp.
Okay, sorry, adding on to his
Y'all
list
can
of
bite my
ailments.
dink.
Y'all can bite my dink. Alright, I'm gonna have to bite his dink off camera.
Also, it's funny because he sobers up by getting coffee sprayed in his face.
by a fictitious
Characters
mascot.
Yeah. Hey, that's Dunkin' Donuts there, pal.
Also, imagine trying to tell the cops that. Like, if instead of
I
just,
was on hallucinogens, heavy hallucinogens.
yeah, and then the coffee from Dunkin' Donuts sprayed coffee in my face, and I'm actually pretty sober now.
I'm pretty and I'm sad.
My
Real
parents
sad.
are dead.
Does anyone remember that day? Your only characteristic is your parents are dead.
It's just like, has no one's parents ever died in this show?
Yeah, and it's like,
It's like,
and it's funny because we find out everybody in this community is a piece of shit
they're all
human.
garbage.
So it's like, Davey, is he just a product of environment of not wanting to deal with all these shitty people?
Of course. That's where we're gonna go with this, right?
Oh,
you gotta,
victim blaming.
You got to
eh?
victim blame, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's not the
Hold on a second.
criminal, but
hey, YouTube, it's Brendan here from Podfiction.
Hey, Brendan, it's Podfiction here.
I gotta
You
talk.
need to stop. You gotta stop making apologies and statements.
I gotta stop saying stupid shit.
So what's up with the 3 boobs lady?
I don't know. Like, what is even the joke? Is it based on like a previous joke from something else?
I don't get it. I think it's maybe like a Total Recall joke because that chick had 3 boobs and maybe that was like a funny thing, and now this girl has 3 boobs.
She also has triplets because she feeds
She
all
does.
3 kids.
At the same time.
So genetic mutation mama has 3 perfectly same-sized titties and 3 babies to breastfeed off of her 3 perfectly
But you
shaped.
never see a husband either.
There can't be single moms in this universe, Michael.
I guess you're
See, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to catch you in something because I was really rude earlier and had to apologize 3
Do you think
times.
they left her because she was a freak?
Yeah, I
Probably-
think so
probably
too. We're gonna
not.
cut this out, but yeah, she's a fucking freak.
Yeah, she's
I don't want to
freaking
leave
amazing.
this in. and
Hope
leave
she
my-
gets caged.
I hope she gets fucking caged and put on circus display.
Yeah, and there's a scene of the fucking statues back up.
The statues. Also, this fucking. I get the whole point is to be like some divine intervention is.
But it upsets me that there's no continuity with the... Dude,
We're
a
hot.
thumbtack just fucking popped 8 tires. Fuck off.
We're hot right now, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing's hot.
But the statues, like, there it is. A second shot with it.
And look, they're
It's
radiating
radiating.
Jewish magic.
Yeah. So it's like, it pisses me. Show it broken.
Yeah.
Show his fucking devastation upon this town.
There is a scene when they're in the mall when they meet the mayor, and Whitey's like, any word on who's going to be the patch winner? whatever. Then he goes to Davey and he's like, thanks again for breaking the stash, and we got to find a way to fix those. Like, they actually say that, which clearly they fixed them. But it's like, how are you really gonna be like...
How's that also not a scene where he looks and goes, they fixed him? Like, that's funny.
That's perfect. That is fucking funny.
He also
he blows his asshole out with that wedgie.
He gives an atomic wedgie.
Doesn't he? It shreds.
He shreds it. He's bleeding out his anus. Anus. And then she puts a fucking toilet bib around her, thinking it's some type of lobster bib. And, yeah.
Also, what the fuck? Have you ever seen a toilet bib? I've never seen that before. That's fucking weird.
Maybe it's an American thing.
Yeah. I don't know. However, I plant my fucking butt cheek square on the fucking seat.
It is what it is. Whatever disease, I got that disease now. Butt disease.
It can bite my dink.
It's gross when you sit on a toilet seat and it's warm, though.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Or you see a guy walking out of it and you're like, I really got to shit.
Yep.
But
and it's
you
one
just destroyed
toilet.
This toilet.
Yep. And it's just like a warm...
Fucking... You're like, oh, gross. It's like, I saw that guy.
It's almost the same as, like, you know when you're sweaty and you put something on when you're sweaty?
Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world.
Disgusting. Those are parallels. It's the opposite.
Oh, yeah. Or when someone scratches on something, like fabric, and it, like, pulls on the nail.
I hate that shit.
That fucking literally gives me, like, goosebumps.
Imagine it, like, on a seatbelt. Or old money. Remember old money? Like, not our new polymer ones, but the old bills, like the fucking...
What gets me is the bed. When someone scratches their finger along the like, no sheet on the bed, just the bed itself.
Like the mattress?
Yeah, and, like, the strand gets, like, pulled, and it's, like, stuck to the nail. That fucking ruins my life.
I would prefer to have a chalkboard than that. Like, chalkboards hurt, for sure, because it's, like, piercing, but it's not, like... contextual, like you can feel it.
You feel it, exactly.
It's like, you know what that feels like.
It's like when Conor McGregor broke his ankle. I felt that.
That was horrific.
It's hard. I have a hard thing with ankles now. Like, I can't watch it. It actually affects me where I'm like...
It's like Phantom. Like, your ankles are speaking. You've never met this man, but your ankles met that man.
We know this man. We know his pain.
That was fucked. That was one of the grossest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
And I've seen gross shit.
Arm breaks, fine.
Yeah.
Anything to do with an ankle, count me out.
Even when, was it Silva who broke his fucking shin or whatever it was, and then it just steps on it and just flops? Ugh.
Oh, the worst is, I can't even fucking think of it. It's Sid Vicious. In WCW, they wanted to jump off the top rope and do a kick. Big guy shouldn't be on the top rope.
No, is he big guy?
Big guy. He's like fucking 7 feet tall, almost 300 pounds. Jack guy. Jumps off, does a one boot kick, and his ankle just snaps. It's so disgusting. Pull up the video.
I kind of got it. Are you sure?
Yeah, you can pull. I've seen it so many times. But
You're like numb.
It ended his career.
Right, let's go to YouTube.
Oh, so bad.
Sid Vicious?
Yeah. I'll probably be like the only video on. Poor guy.
Is it CID like Sid?
SID.
Okay. Sid Vicious breaks leg. All right, here we go. This here?
Yep.
So cringeworthy from 5 years ago.
Oh, look, it's dangling in the boot.
Oh my god. Oh. That is fucking horrific.
That is so bad.
Show it again. One more time.
That had to be a fucking what's it called when it breaks through the bone or breaks through the skin?
Yeah, where
compound fracture
it pops out of the skin. Yeah, that's
the compound
fucked.
Fracture.
Oh, there's no fucking love on that one, my guy.
Oh, it's fucking nasty.
Why did we even talk? You brought this up.
Don't you think I know this?
You turned us into this monster. Yuckers.
Right. Back to the movie.
We're near the end. Luckily, we're near the end. We talked about the atomic wedgie a little bit, and then the deer, which for some reason Whitey can control. They're on his side now because he blasted out his asshole. And they also show those kids.
They're the only animals in this movie.
There's a bird. There's one bird. You didn't see any birds?
But the thing is,
I'm just kidding. I don't
in
know.
In this world, are all animals able to be like controlled, as in like asked to do things, and they do
You
it?
can do that with any animal.
In one sense or the other.
Whether or not they have comprehension. That's what's fucking scary. Because these motherfuckers have comprehension.
Yeah.
He talks, they listen.
Hey.
You can't, like, even a
I'm
dog.
just trying to think, like, if you run into a dog in this world,
That's what I'm saying.
if you're like, go fucking do a pyramid with 6 other dogs, are they gonna go do a pyramid?
Fuck you,
Fuck
bud.
you, bud. They're all
You
from
go fuck
Boston.
yourself.
Hey, what the fuck you talking about?
You ain't one of them hippy dippy guys, are
yeah,
you?
oh, fuck you there, bud.
Business or pleasure? I'm looking to run away.
Yeah.
Hippy dippy, huh?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck
guy,
you,
hippie
bus driver.
dippy. And
I know
that's
you
one of
hippies
the
don't wear
writers.
watches.
That's Alan Covert.
Is that really?
Yep,
That's
that's him voicing that character. He voices a couple characters in this movie.
why am I not surprised?
Yeah, and then we go through the meeting where Whitey doesn't get the patch that he so desired for himself.
For
And
35 years.
Yeah, this whole movie he's talking about how he wants this patch. He's like, oh, I can't believe it this year I'm finally gonna get the patch. And everyone's gonna love me.
No one even knows you exist!
Oh my god, you know who doesn't exist? Your parents.
Because I watched them all die.
You know, your dad,
Maybe watch what you say.
Your dad choked your mom with his intestines.
Only one could escape the car and they were both fighting for it.
Yeah, and he
Like
said,
that.
the fuck you do, bitch.
So he emboweled himself and pulled out his own organ, sacrificing himself to kill his bitch wife.
Exactly, now he plays Jigsaw in a movie dedicated to him.
He survived, but he wanted nothing to do with his vile offspring, Davy.
Davey, they faked their own death, now they live in California.
They both lived, Davy. I just didn't have the heart to tell
So
you.
we shoved him in some shitty fucking orphanage home.
Where else are we gonna put you?
You're fucking an asshole. No people want to deal with your bullshit.
I love this movie. I fucking love this movie. It's so shit.
Oh god. So mean to this kid. No wonder he grew up to be fucking Satan.
No wonder he wants us to bite his dink.
Yeah.
There's also so in this meeting, in this like this town hall meeting fucking
yeah.
thing, which for a basketball divisional group youth,
They really care about this because they
There's
talk
so
about
much
the kid
money.
who's like the MVP. Then the guy who gets the patch is he played on the team at one point in his life. Now he's missing a hand, which no one tells how he missed his hand or lost his hand. And he has a hook for a hand, which isn't the only thing that comes up to is that he wiped his ass with the wrong hand, and it hurts his boom boom.
it's just it's funny because they also show these kids like laughing so hard that snot is pouring out.
Oh
their
yeah, and
nose.
the deers are shitting. And you see their little fucking
Their
pink,
buttholes.
They're pink.
Yeah,
Like it's fucking so disgusting, and it's just
shooting
shitting
out
out.
shit.
just poop, poop, poop.
Also, horses, deers don't shit like that. Like, not to be like a fucking poo
Yeah, they don't
expert.
shit
they
like
shoot.
dogs.
They have like little fucking pellet
Pellets?
poops. They don't shit like fucking
Dogs.
diarrhea.
Yeah, it's rough. They did eat shit, so maybe that changed their bowels.
That's
You know, like when you eat Taco Bell, you're fire. It's just fire coming out your asshole.
when they eat someone else's shit. Fire.
Fire.
It's regardless of what it is. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Also, who gave fucking Whitey his license? He can't see over the steering wheel.
And his pedals
And
have those
he
big
has those
bricks
wooden-
on them.
Exactly. Like
And
he can't drive.
I'm pretty sure that is a real thing that actually happens if you can't reach the pedals. You can actually get like the extenders.
I believe you. I believe that.
I'm not saying if that's your case because
But wouldn't that
I've been
fucking
educated
wooden
now.
blocks push down on both of them?
They're so heavy.
right?
It doesn't make any sense. Also, in the first scene, Davey drives. He has a car. Why does he never drive again? They don't take his license away.
Don't take his car away either.
And he never drives anywhere. Why
Never-
he drives
yeah,
everywhere?
exactly. He drives them everywhere. Why not live in your car?
Did the writers forget he had a car?
Wouldn't that be better than living with these people in the first place?
Yeah, stay in your car.
Yeah.
That's probably not bad. I mean, obviously...
He stays in a fucking trailer with no heat.
I'm not saying... I'm saying literally it's not better. For Davey's character, it's probably heaven.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, you're telling me that guy hasn't slept in his car before?
He drinks and drives. You know the type.
Oh, yeah. He's passed out behind that wheel several
And
times.
he fucks the car.
Yeah.
So
If you're
it's intimate.
passing out drunk. You think you're going to be that cold? You
No.
don't give a fuck.
You're going to be that dead.
You're going to be that dead. You're going to wake up dead. You go to sleep alive, you wake up dead.
That's fucked.
Yeah, so they have the town hall meeting where
where they don't give him the patch, they give it to some other fucking guy, and Davey, Whitey fucking Whitey gets upset and leaves, and he's like, I guess it wasn't my yell.
And then he slow claps, looking so fucking mad. He's like,
oh yeah, like walking, let's rock and go. Maybe we'll go to the mall. That always cheers me up. And it's like, what?
Also, in this scene, like 2 seconds ago, they showed them pulling into the mall, and it's an empty parking lot. Everybody in town is at that mall. Where did they park?
In the back.
And Whitey left with Eleanor, okay? Then Davey goes in and gives them all the spiel.
Speech. Yeah, it would have been like 15 minutes.
How did they get there after they all got there and set up the whole thing?
Right?
Listen, there's gotta be a book out there called Screenplay Writing 101, and you gotta have a fucking consecutive fucking story plot.
Your stuff has to be, what's it called? It's not a sequence.
Sequential.
Like, it has to be...
It has to follow a chronology. It has to be fucking front to back. It has to make sense. That don't make
There's a word for it. I'm blanking on it. It starts with a C, I think.
That's because you're so smart and you know so many words. That's like,
so
how
true.
could you remember every word in the dictionary?
Continuity. There has to be continuity.
That's right. Big
that
brain.
flow with the movie. And fuck it, whatever. So we get the song, It's Your Moment, Whitey, where everybody rips off their patches.
Oh, here's another little fucking... I noticed this when nobody should have noticed it. So he just ripped the 35th patch off of that guy, right? When he gave the patch to that guy, he got it. Then Davey comes in, gives the spiel, and then he goes, oh, fuck. So at that point, we don't see it, but it must have been like, well, let's go to the mall and surprise the guy. Yeah. On the way there, he put it on himself. Because he's got to rip it off after.
Yeah, 100%, which doesn't make sense. And he's shocked that he rips it off him as well. Like, he's there, like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, no one told him
lied
the
to
game
him.
plan.
Yeah.
100%.
He wasn't coming. He's a billionaire.
And then, insult to injury, he ends up stabbing himself because he forgets he has a hook hand.
Yeah.
And then it turns out no one gives a fuck about these patches, and they're stupid.
They mean nothing.
Because they give them all to him to make him stop fucking crying.
Yeah, basically. A girl with boobs won them.
Yeah. Do you think after this the town treats him better, or they go back to treating him like a piece of shit? Because at this point they think Whitey's like the most amazing person.
I mean, at the very least, I hope their characters grow a little, and they care about.
The town's not a piece of shit, and they don't have him cleaning out porta potties for $1.
They're not putting him on top of the TV and having him be literally electrocuted to his skeleton,
or climbing up a tree that's probably like 35 feet to put
and he falls down the tree.
Yeah, and not having any fall protection on or any type of
no proper PPE.
Yeah, exactly. you know the slang. Brennan knows it. He's taking courses.
I've taken a fall out of a 35-foot tree.
Real bad.
Real fucking bad.
And after I had to go fucking clean the shitters, consider it done.
It's in the flashback as well, where they're talking about him at the dance, like where the girl's like, I invited him to the prom, I said no.
Yeah.
He danced with his mom, and then
how does she know that?
That's what I'm fucking saying. Why would Whitey tell anybody that?
Exactly. Just to make fun of this character even more.
He also grabs a big handful of his mom's ass.
He does, and they say
and
that.
She smiles.
Yeah, and she goes,
hey, my son's a sexual deviant. I'm pretty sure he's trying to have sex with me.
That's the only line they didn't cross.
And the thing
in
is,
this
like,
movie.
prom, you're how old? 18?
He's 18 years old.
You're sexually harassing your mother at 18 years old. You're fucked in the head.
I ain't doing that to my beautiful, loving mother. Are you doing it to your beautiful, loving mother?
Never.
I know you wouldn't.
Never. That's fucked up, dude. And you're old enough to know better, dude.
You're 18 years old.
Like, was he full chubbing at that time?
Oh, he was chubbing. He was hitting her kneecap.
You feel that, mother? That's me. That's old man right
They all laughed at me. They'll see. The whole town will see. I'll poison them all slowly. I love you, mommy.
You fucking Stan Marsh's fucking their food. That's the way Whitey gets back at them. Being a fucking, like...
Scott Tinnerman, or whatever he puts his parents in.
Exactly.
His fucking chili.
Just fucking start putting his Whitey sauce in there.
Did you like that Bavarian cream fruit, Chester? Yeah, I made it myself. I procured it this morning. Yeah. It was fucking delicious, wasn't it? It was all over your lips. I seen you taste it. It tastes like cum. I don't even change it. Yeah, it's nothing. It's just semen. It's just cum. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
And that's why I can't be a fucking ref no more. I was coming near and around children, and the courts found out, and no one was there for me. I was even shoving my phone up my boo-boo, and it felt good, I'll be honest. It made me come 2 times faster. It was good. I rubbed my hairy ass after. I put little hairs on top, call them snowflakes. And that is 8 Crazy Nights.
Crazy Nights.
I mean, honestly, it's like a movie. It exists, you know?
Yeah.
Is it the single worst film I've ever seen?
No.
No. It's got like a couple of jokes. It's like, alright, that's okay.
There's some parts where you laugh. There's some parts where you're like, you know what? If this movie went more serious in this direction, it could be a really sad movie.
Yeah.
Like Jack Frost. Have you ever seen Jack Frost?
Never seen it, but I've heard
Sad
a lot
movie.
about it, yeah.
Sad movie. There's like that one scene where it's like pretty sad. Then Michael Keaton comes back as a snowman.
Yeah.
A really bad CGI snowman.
And we overlooked it because we wanted to feel something.
But that death is serious. They take it very seriously.
Yeah.
And it's sad. Like the part where the kid's like traveling the snow. And like he's doing it because he doesn't have a dad.
Yeah.
And then
we've all been there.
Yeah, right?
Just mostly, but yeah, okay. Go ahead.
And then Stevie Nicks is playing.
Okay.
Landslide. Sad song.
That's a sad fucking song.
And then he can't shovel the driveway.
He's just a little boy arms.
Exactly. And then he looks down and it's his dad's band sticker. And his mom pulls up and he breaks down.
It's a landslide.
It's a landslide, you know? That's hard.
That's hard.
That could have been this. That could have been this movie.
Homie, I've seen parallel universes. I've seen the infinite cosmos. There isn't one parallel universe where this movie even gets close to that. I haven't even seen that.
You Doctor Strange and you went and looked at a million different timelines?
I'm looking in the stones. I can see.
He makes one that's kind of like Jack and Jill, but no, nothing close to this.
You're gonna fist your sister. It's not good.
It's not good. Oh, fuck.
I don't know. It exists. There's not much I could input.
It's not a good movie. It's not a bad movie. It's enjoyable enough. Would you recommend it?
I would. It's a. How many other mainstream Hanukkah films are there?
Not that I know of. None that I know of. I'm sure
Hallmark.
Hallmark's made a dozen.
If you're looking for a comedy / Hanukkah / Christmas film, this is
it. / animated movies with Adam Sandler that you can be basically.
This is the
you
kind
can be hungover and watch it.
I wouldn't recommend showing it to your kids. Like this isn't like bring it to you. But if it's like you and a couple.
If your
of
kid's
friends,
if your kid's like 14, then he probably thinks it's kind of funny.
Teasing the girls.
Don't let your your kid cry though like one of them feminines.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes! Can't have that happen.
No.
God forbid our children show any emotion.
Right.
Or our adults.
They gotta be tough.
Tough
they gotta
as
be
nails.
cool, and they gotta be really good at sports.
The new Ford F-150 was built on not crying, pussy.
I gotta get a Ford F-150.
I gotta buy myself a truck.
I gotta get a truck. I ain't no pussy.
I think I've been putting down. Would you recommend this film?
So maybe.
Out of a 10, what would you give it?
A 4.
I think 4 is really generous. That's good. 4's good.
It's
It's not 5 is like
it's not even that long. Like if someone was like, "Hey, I want a short movie that I don't really have to pay attention to. I could be on my phone the whole time." Yeah, this is a movie. For
yeah,
me.
that might be now it's a 7.
Yeah,
that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, this is definitely a movie.
I'm glad.
It's a Christmas movie that you can say, "I watched a Christmas movie."
Yeah.
Well, I guess not a Christmas movie. There's a Christmas tree in it. There's Christmas aspects to it, but no one opens a Christmas present. But people are Christian in this movie. Does it have any sort? Is it a Christmas
There's
movie?
Christians in every movie.
True.
And thus by decree of me, all movies are Christmas movies.
Huh.
But you feel like every movie's great.
I always call it a Christmas movie, even though it's not a Christmas
If it takes
movie.
place during the winter and is involving the holidays at any percent, it's a Christmas film. That's how
Also,
I look at it.
Hanukkah's close to Christmas style,
Yeah.
anyways. Dreidels, Buzz Lightyear.
Beyblades. It's the same shit.
Fucking the Hanukkah, what's it called?
Beyblades and Menorah.
Menorah, thank you.
Beyblades are just the Tron of dreidels.
Yeah, you're just chicken of the sea.
It's a Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Well, as the great Whitey Duvall once said,
It's best not to run something too wrong.
I don't know if he ever said that.
that motherfucker said a lot of shit.
I didn't pick it up. There's a part where they're all singing and no one can decipher any words anyone's saying.
They were doing the 3 singing
Yeah.
at one time. I was like, I don't know what's
I tried to pick up on just focus on one of them.
Yeah.
Can't. The audio's way too muffled. But thank you for tuning into this holiday special where we talk about 8 Crazy Nights for almost more time than the actual movie is.
That is absolutely correct.
So-
Actually, you're absolutely correct.
We almost ran the whole entire runtime. But among its many flaws of a movie, it's not good.
Among its many flaws, it somehow became a movie.
Yeah, somehow this was past the writing room floor, so.
Thanks
What
for
can you
watching,
do?
and we'll see you next year for another shitty Christmas
We
special.
fucking do Die Hard.
Fuck yeah, I'm down with that. I got Die
I don't
Hard.
care about Die Hard.
Yeah, I've never seen
I
it.
like Alan Rickman
I've never
a
seen it.
lot. He's Hans Gruber villain, which is also Professor Snape. So that's something to put in your Christmas stocking. Are you
Baby.
gonna let me open presents tonight?
You're fucked.
Rude. What if I Sid Vicious your leg right now?
I would fucking cry. I'd be so sad.
Yeah, you wouldn't care. I'd open.
You can open every present. I don't got a leg. Just don't take the tattooed leg. Take the clean one.
The clean one. All right. Well,
Ciao.
Have a hairy, jolly Christmas. If you're Jewish, have a great Hanukkah. If you're Cambodian, welcome to the Black Parade. Is Cambodia a religion or is it just a type of?
It's a place.
Well, I'd like to see Coheed.
and
Coheed in Cambodia.
Coheed in Cambodia. Oh fuck! Did you know? This is a little fun fact. I'll probably cut this out after. Who gives a shit? But 9/11
Happened on Christmas.
happened on Christmas. 22 years ago, on a night like tonight, 3 planes went on a deadly flight.
Oh my god.
What I was trying to say was...
That was so good.
Thank you. Yes. That 9/11, in historical, the way things worked out, because 9/11 happened, we got 50 Shades of Grey. And I can tell you how it all happened.
Please do.
So, Gerard Way, I think is his name, the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, saw it happen, watched 9/11 happen when he was a little kid. Then he grew up, had a band, whatever. And the music that he made inspired the writer of Twilight to write Twilight, basically, dark, edgy shit, whatever. Okay, so. Then the chick who wrote Shades of Grey
watched Twilight.
Used to write fan fiction for Twilight.
Oh yeah, she did.
So
sexual fan fiction. For
exactly,
Twilight.
And that's how it kind of became, that's the chain of events. How fucking stupid
Thanks,
is that?
My Chemical Romance, for that.
Thanks,
Black Parade.
Al Qaeda.
Yeah.